Hey, good morning from Las Vegas. This is Mark Yurik with markyurik.com, spelled Y-U-R-I-K. And today, let's discuss the benefit of a home business versus a brick and mortar or an actual location. All right, let's get busy now. All right, and bring up this screen here. Okay, so let's say, I want to go out and get a location. Let's take a look at the cost and see which is better. Okay, here you're looking at a typical, how do you say it? Cost that might be or can be associated with if you go out and you want to rent a space, even if it's 800 square feet. Okay. First, you're going to, drive around. You got to go locate it. You got to drive here, there. It's probably going to take about a week, maybe two, if not more. And then when you find a location, you go in and they're going to want first and last month's rent. All right. And now, if it's a shell, like that means it's just four walls, you're going to need tenant finish, and tenant finish means that all that means is your cost to go in there and put the walls in, to drop the ceiling, okay? If there's no ceiling in there, put carpet, put flooring on, oh my gosh, all that stuff. And then, on top of that, what else do we have? Whoa, or what else do you have as an expense of leasing a location out in the world? Well, let's look at it. Okay, do I tile? Do I carpet? Or what other flooring do I put in there? Oh my, I need office furniture. Heck, you're going to need a desk. You're going to need a reception area, right? Maybe some extra offices. And then, what do you got? Oh, phone lines, yes, because you need to direct all those, things like that. Even though we all have these mobiles nowadays, a lot of businesses use phone lines so they can just direct their calls, unless, but there's apps out there that offer that type of service. Okay, but let's say regardless of that, you're still going to have your power bill, your gas bill, your water bill, and then insurance. You're gonna be required probably to pay insurance, okay, by your landlord. And if you have your assets in there, which is like equipment and your office furniture, things like that, you probably want a CYA, and that means cover your butt, okay, don't you? I mean, if something were to happen, boom, you could be wiped out overnight, okay? Then you're looking at what? Wi-Fi, all right? You're probably going to want a security system. You don't want someone busting in there at night and taking all your equipment, do you? All right. Let's see here. Then you go, oh gosh, and this is something most people forget till the last minute. Oh no, I need business signage. Oh geez, and then that's not nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's an expense, okay? And then you got your IT network. Someone's got to go in there and wire all those networks together, drop them into the wall, snake them in. And then you got your equipment, your vehicles. Let's say you have 1, 2, maybe 3 work vehicles. Oh, and that's even more insurance. And then on top of that, oh gosh, this one's like one of the biggest ones is payroll. I mean, okay, so you got payroll every week or every 2 weeks, something like that. And then if you're doing payroll, if you're hiring, you have workman's comp. You got to pay workman's comp costs. And a lot of people that work at places don't understand there's a lot of costs that a business owner has to pay. Okay, so you got your workman's comp, and then there's matching the deduction. So what's taken out of your check or my check, I mean, the employer has to match that. That's even a bigger expense. And then that's even more insurance nowadays with health. Oops, that's just me. Okay. And then what else do we have? Well, after that, you're still going to want to have a website up, or who in the heck, no one's going to know what you do or where you are. A website with a map, that map and Google plugin. All right. And then what else? Let's keep going. Okay, then you got your office supplies, you got your paper, maybe you got your copy machine. I don't even know if they still make those. That's the last time I've been inside of a business. Okay, or out of a home here. And then what else? Okay, maintenance expense. Yeah, okay, something breaks, something happens. You got to change your lights. Yeah, all that. It's just all that extra expense. And then you got your general expenses too. You got this, you got that. You got to gas your vehicles. You got to fix your trucks when they go down. Things like that. Work vehicles and other common expenses. And then talk about common. If you're in a location, the landlord's going to have something called a common area fee, and they're going to make you or me pay for the landscaping. Someone to come there and cut the shrubs maybe once a month or every 2 weeks, and they're gonna charge you and me the guy to go there and clean the main drive-in way, get rid of all that trash, maybe once a week, the window washers, all those costs are either gonna be yours or mine if we go out and rent a space. Okay, and then what else? Oh, geez, you gotta fill the joint up with inventory. Okay, let's say you're pushing tin or you're moving products, you're making products. No matter what type of business you're in, you need inventory. And all that is let's say I come in and I need let's say I got a leaky faucet, and you're gonna come over to my place. You better have the pipes and the wrenches and stuff like that. Or let's say you're a mobile car wash provider, and you go out and do mobile car washes, things like that. You need your supplies, and that's called inventory, because you can't wash a car if you don't have the soap and the other things that are needed, the brushes and the power washer and that, or the ingredients that go into that to make your car look good. So you have inventory, and sometimes inventory can be get up there. And then what else? Oh my gosh, you need professional. You may need a lawyer. You're probably gonna need an accountant. I know nothing about accounting. That's not my strong point, I'll tell you that. But besides that, that's just to name a few. And then now that's not even including your drive time. Like I shared, you got to get up, you got to take a shower, you got to get the kids ready if you got the kids, and then you got the drive time, and then, oh, geez, my gosh, why do they have work set at all these times where it all hits at once? Rush hour. Who loves being stuck in rush hour traffic? That's 2-3 hours a day gone, wasted, all right? So let's keep going here now. Even though you're stuck in rush hour, guess what? You're still paying fuel. You got to fuel your vehicle. You got to do all this, and you got to go to and from work. And if that doesn't drive you nuts, just with these costs for going into a physical location or something called a brick and mortar, okay, these are your costs. And what do you think all this would add up to? Go ahead, put a number in the comments below. Tell me what you think it would cost to open up your business out there in the real world. Or let's check this out. Let's compare it to a home-based online business, shall we? Let's go. All right, now let's say you have an online home business. What are your costs? What's your overhead? Well, all I could really think of is, gee, do I get coffee, tea, or water or something else? You know what I mean? That's your overhead right there. Okay, if you need help, you can go use a freelancer, to help you out, or you can hire 1099 people where they're like little subcontractors, and they pay their own expenses, and they pay their own health and all of of that. You just use them as 1099 third-party contractors, okay? You don't have any employees, okay? You're either a one-man or one-woman show, and you bring in a team, and those are all freelancers, and you just expense it. You don't have all that costs, okay? And guess what? You're probably already paying your mortgage, or you're paying your rent because you live in an apartment, or you have some roommates, So you're not looking at paying more rent, leasing a space, and all that stuff, right? And I'm assuming, now I shouldn't assume, what they say about that, but let's just say you probably already have Wi-Fi. You probably already have a desk or a kitchen counter. I mean, you might even you already probably got a laptop and a little printer, right? That's all you really need. Okay, and if you don't, heck, just all you want to do is find a way to get online and start putting out content, okay? And then, okay, but the best part that I think is like, you're not wasting 2-3 hours of your day getting up in the morning, fighting rush hour, and it's like they say, you want to be positive and you want to feel good every day. You know what, rush hour? How do you feel in rush hour? When you're stuck in rush hour, there's bumper to bumper. I mean, you want to, how do you keep a positive mindset like that, okay? All right, so just so you know, you're not dealing with that 2-3 hours to and from and back and forth every day. That's wasting your life right there if you think about it. Okay, plus you're pouring money into your fuel every day. You're gassing up, and they're controlling the price of gas. Oh no one's buying gas. Well, let's just shut down the production of oil and drive the price up. Well, I hope everybody buys an electric car. That's all I got to say. And plug it in, okay, and get your own generator so you don't get jacked on that deal too, all right? So you're not pouring money into fuel. You don't have your auto upkeep. Heck, I haven't bought tires since, who knows when, okay? I mean, you don't have none of that. I mean, the only time you're going to use your vehicle, let's say you want to go get some groceries, or you're going to go to dinner, or you're going to visit a friend or something like that. On the other times, you're not really leaving your home, are you? You can, how do you say it? You can dispatch delivery drivers, go pick your stuff up from the manufacturer, deliver right to the client. You can drop ship your products right from your computer, right out of some manufacturing plant, wholesaler in the U.S., right to the customer. I mean, you really don't have to do anything but get up and say, geez, okay, it's good coffee, tea, or water today. For me, I like coffee. Hey, yeah, I love it. Love the taste of the bean. Okay, which means a home-based business versus a brick and mortar or one of those physical locations out there in the real world means, home-based means no overhead, okay? Which means a ton more money in your pocket. Imagine if this physical brick and mortar were selling the same thing you're selling. Who's gonna make more money? They gotta pay, this brick and mortar gotta pay all their bills, all those expenses. It's ridiculous. It's nuts. It's insane, okay? And here you are. Geez, my God, I just spent $8 for a thing of coffee, It's like, whoa. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can swing that, But, so, go ahead and, leave a comment. Which type of business do you want to open? You want to get online, with no overhead? Or you want to go get a physical location and pay all that upfront money, and then just all that money you saved up to start a business is gone. All right, until next time, may this shine a little light on the subject of brick and mortar or physical place versus home online business, okay? Until then, this is Mark with MarkYurik.com, spelled Y-U-R-I-K. I'll see you next time. Until then, I love you. Take care. Aha.